Hello to you, YouTube, and hello to you, my fellow metalheads. This here is Duke Grishnak reporting in for yet another wonderful YouTube video. So, this topic is going to be a short topic. This video is also going to be a short video because I'm going to be talking about this topic in this video. Mind fucking blown. So, the reason why this video is going to be short is because I don't have a whole lot to complain about. Because this video is going to be talking about what I dislike about black metal. That being said, I love black metal. I can't really gripe about it too much. So some of my complaints are going to be more petty, and some are going to be a little more founded in logic and more legitimate. So, let's start off from the beginning. I personally did not get into black metal until, well, only a handful of years ago. When I did, I fell for it hard. And I almost felt sort of disappointed in myself as a metalhead that I didn't take black metal seriously enough, and I didn't invest my personal time and effort and energy into uncovering what was so great about black metal and why so many people liked it. Because honestly, I had a bad image of what black metal was in my mind. Because when I thought of black metal, I thought of all of these cliche stereotypes that really, I think, help and hurt the black metal scene in some ways. So, a lot of you probably already know about the sort of church burnings, the murders and whatnot in early Norwegian black metal scene with Varg Vikernes and Euronymous and Faust of Emperor and a few others kind of sprinkled in there, but mostly those, right? So that kind of helps, and it kind of hurts too. Because it does expand media coverage, and really any media coverage is good media coverage. A lot of people say that because, yeah, you're going to have people who hate, but you know what? Ultimately speaking, it's going to bring a lot more people in to check it out than would have otherwise, because they would have had no other reason or knowledge of doing such a thing, because they would not have known that these things exist, right? So that being said, I mean, as much as those things kind of suck, or could be good in the case of the church burnings, but I'm not going to touch that one right now. You know. So, when I thought about black metal, I thought of those things. Obviously, I didn't know any of those details. I knew about church burnings, and there had been some murder cases. I didn't really know anything more than that. And I always just kind of thought that black metal was cliche. It was just people who threw some white and black face paint and just screamed bloody murder all the goddamn time over and over and over and over again. Then one day I started to realize, I like high-pitched screams, you know. I like it in parts of death metal, in deathcore, and some other genres of music. I do enjoy the high-pitched screams, right? Now, I knew that black metal was more focused on those sort of high-pitched screams. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'll check it out. I love death metal. I listen to some grindcore and thrash here or there. Why not, you know? And that was probably one of the best choices in my life. So I feel like the sort of imagery, the stereotypes, all these things really hurt black metal. And those are going to be my main issues. Because as much as I love corpse paint, and as much as I love satanic bands, that's kind of a catch-22, right? Because the main reason I don't listen to Deicide, which is a death metal band, is because I feel like you can only say I love Satan and I hate Jesus like so many times where it's just like, oh, shut up already. We get the fucking point. Put some more creativity into your music. You can only do that so much. And that was why I never got into black metal. And that's why a lot of people don't get into black metal. Because they don't want to take that extra step into actually listening to the music and realizing that that's only a portion of what black metal has to offer. There's a lot of atheist black metal bands. There's a lot of pagan black metal bands. There's all sorts of in between, you know. There's all sorts of lyrical content. And it really just frustrates me because I know that I personally, it took me so long to get into black metal, and then I'm just like, ah. Okay, so I'm dropping that one because I've fucking beat the shit out of that up. So let's go with the imagery, the corpse paint and whatnot. So I think corpse paint can add a lot to a band. It adds a sort of identity, where as it can also be cliche. I'm not gonna lie. People do it too much, and people don't put enough creativity into it, and it just looks like all of them look blurred together. And I'm oversimplifying it, but bands with corpse paint, if they have a particularly unique style and pattern, then you're gonna remember that more often. If it's just generic white with some fucking black smear marks dripping down, it's just like, okay, come on, really? You know, there's only so much you can do with facial paint, and I feel like some people just aren't creative enough, and that's part of the issue. Another part of the issue is that some people think of it as a joke, like you're, going to, a fucking Halloween band, and yes and no. But what I do like about black metal is nowadays it's sort of trying to push away from that in some regards. There have been bands, Emperor's the first one that popped in my mind, that abandoned corpse paint really early into their career, and it served them well, and everyone knows them for that, on top of their amazing music. But you know what I mean. So, I think it's sort of a good and a bad quality of it. It adds to live performances, but it also detracts from the average onlooker who might be more into thrash or death metal, where they just think, oh great, another generic black metal band with the generic corpse paint. When in all reality, that particular band, that could be a really good black metal band, very unique sounding black metal band, but because of the fact that they have, a goat and some pentagrams and all this crazy stuff and corpse paint on the album, and people would just be like, okay, crew, I'm moving on. What else is new? It's fucking black metal. Ooh. So I really like how some black metal bands don't use corpse paint. And I think that kind of helps the scene and brings a little bit more life and attention. So really, my main gripes with black metal is it can be a very creative genre. It's one of the most creative subgenres I can think of. There's a bajillion freaking types of black metal out there. But yeah, it just irks me. The sort of clichéness of it and uncreativity and certain people just trying to be true cult, but you know what I mean, it's fucking spelled like that. There's just dumb shit like that that really irks people where they, I don't know. I'm not gonna rant any fucking more, but there's people who just reproduce early Dark Throne albums over and over and over and over again and think that's what the fucking true sound of black metal is. And there's little irks and little complaints like that, but all in all, I fucking love black metal. But I'm just really glad that there's always been a creative side of black metal that has been more known to people who are into black metal and less known to people who aren't in black metal. So I feel like it's a little more inclusive and less welcoming than some other genres of metal because of the sort of controversies and clichéness of it that people don't really fully get into or desire to look into because of those things, when in all reality they're really lacking out there, you know what I mean? They're kind of sucked for them, but it sucked for me for a long time too, and that's kind of my irks with black metal. And that's about it, people. If you like this content, please literally like it on Facebook. I would appreciate it. Subscribe if you feel like it. Put a comment if you feel like it. No matter what you do, I would appreciate it. Even a view is nice, but anything else is even more awesome. Stay brutal, stay cult. You don't have to, really. I mean, you don't have to. There's plenty of other uncult fucking black metal bands, so you don't have to, okay? Please don't, actually. I mean, some people can pull it off, but goodbye.